Welcome to Josh's House of Nerd. We're glad you're here. Pull up a chair, grab a cold drink, and make yourself at home. Today we're talking about something that people call me a nerd all the time about, and that is my love for my favorite fast food restaurant, which is Taco Bell.
And the House of the Nerd proudly presents Taco Bell's Tacos.
Let's talk about my favorite restaurant in the whole world. It's been my favorite for a really long time. I get teased about it all the time. I typically eat at this place at least once a week. I just love the seasonings. I love the flavor. I love the hot sauces. And it's something that's just been a close friend of mine for a long time. We'll go into that in a minute. Now let's talk about a few things that we need to get kind of straight from the get-go. First of all, I recognize that Taco Bell is not straight up Mexican food. I'm married to a beautiful Mexican lady, and I know what Mexican food is all about. She is a great cook of it. So let's call Taco Bell Mexican food adjacent. All right, let's go with that. Now, let's talk about this magical place that I love. And few people were kind of teasing me and laughing at me when I told them I wanted to bring this topic up about this edifice of awesomeness. Even though that I used to love this, I love this place so much. There's a couple of things that's kind of bugged me over the last little while about this amazing restaurant that I love. And so I wanted to put out there my opinion about what Taco Bell's doing good and maybe doing bad and maybe can improve at. One thing I want to kind of do is kind of give you kind of a basic background of my love for Taco Bell. Okay. Now in high school, I lived in a town that did not have a Taco Bell at the time. It does now, but it did not have a Taco Bell when I was in high school. Okay. The closest one was in an adjacent town about 30 minutes away. And just to go to Taco Bell when I was a sophomore in high school, me and a couple other friends, who I will not name at this time, would slough school and we drive the 30 minutes to go to Taco Bell about once or twice a month. That's all we could do without getting in trouble. We had a special spot in our, a man spot, like a manly spot in our restaurant that we all had to, it's our spot and stuff like that. So we'd go sit in this special spot every single time and, act like dudes, and the reason we loved it is not only the taste, not only was it our place, but the food was just so stinking cheap. At that time, they had one of the famous things, a lot of people remember this. They had the $59.79.99 menu, which we just loved. We just ate the heck out of it. We had the 59-cent nachos all the time, which we just adored. As a matter of fact, we adored it so much that I was also a band nerd, and I played the trumpet and just loved it. I loved the marching band. And one of the things that we would do is we would sing a song that we made up about 59-cent nachos. One year, it's my senior year, we traveled to Tucson, Arizona. And in Tucson, we had to drive. Now, it was about a 14-hour drive in a bus that was, one of our football buses for our high school. And we sat in the back of that and a group of mine of about 5 of us would watch out the window because we were bored. And every time we saw a Taco Bell, we would yell out the song, and you have to do the hand motions. 59-cent nachos, 59-cent nachos, 59-cent nachos, and that last part was a 3-part harmony. Oh my goodness, we drove the bus driver crazy. We were actually asked multiple times to please stop singing that song. And of course, being stupid high school kids, of course we didn't. It was too much fun to bug the bus driver, to bug our band leader, and Mr. North, and we would just have a good time, and it was always surrounding Taco Bell. Well, after singing that song, that kind of hopefully gives you kind of a background of sloughing school, of singing the 59-cent nacho song. It kind of hopefully gives you an idea of my love for Taco Bell. As a matter of fact, a person that I work for used to joke about my friend who goes with me to Taco Bell all the time that if you cut him open, he would ooze out Taco Bell. And I think both of us kind of fit that persona a little bit, and we're happy to fit it because we do go there at least once a week. We go get that Baja Mountain Dew, and we have ourselves usually whatever on the menu. Now, that's a topic that I want to talk about because I love Taco Bell so much. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was how they have done a lot of different things with the menu lately. And I know that they need to innovate, they need to change. But I wanted to kind of talk about the good things and the bad things that are going on with the menu. I want to talk about things that they've taken away that are something that are near and dear to me, and I wish they would come back. I don't understand why they've taken them away from us. And that's something that I want to talk about, the goods and the bads of the food of Taco Bell. So what we would like to do is right now, I want to take you through a couple of things that I kind of miss actually from being at Taco Bell. All right, many things have disappeared from the menu, and I'm sad, really sad. So what we want to do is I want to talk about them, and I'm just hoping that, maybe someday out in the ether, maybe somebody might want to, at Taco Bell, bring back some of these like wonderful things that have been taken away. And some of these things that were taken away because of the oversimplification, in my opinion, of the current Taco Bell menu. So let's first talk about my first one that I want to talk to, the grilled stuffed burrito. I love the grilled stuffed burrito. I loved it with the Baja sauce. I loved it with steak. I loved it with the hamburger. I didn't really get it chicken that often, but I loved the grilled stuffed burrito. It was so good. It was full of flavor, being all grilled, and I mean, look at the grill marks on that picture right there. That thing is just amazing, and how you could just pick it up. Just like the commercials would say all the time. You could pick it up and just be on the go with it. And you really could, because it was just grilled and it was sealed to perfection. And I loved getting it with steak and Baja sauce or grilled meat with Baja sauce. By the way, I just want to point out, I just noticed my picture that I know my green screen isn't perfect, and I'm working on it. I see some artifacts around my mouth and some of that when I'm talking a little bit. But it's a work in progress. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. Anyways, so I'm really upset and saddened that Taco Bell has taken away the grilled stuffed burrito in all of its glory. Taco Bell, please bring back the grilled stuffed burrito. I love it, but with one caveat, and that caveat is that please bring back the grilled stuffed burrito at a reasonable price. Now, that was one problem that it had before it left, was that the grilled stuffed burrito was a little pricey. And I don't remember the last price of it, but I can tell you right now that it was pricey enough that I did stop purchasing it. And I'm probably one of those people that made it go away. But it was just too darn expensive compared to most of their other things. Even though it was delicious and I liked it, the price had gone up so significantly. So Taco Bell, bring back the grilled stuffed burrito and bring it back at a reasonable price. Next thing that I want to talk about that I love, that I'm really sad is gone. I want to talk about the double-decker taco. Now, the double-decker taco is always a favorite of mine. It's, if you don't know it very well, it's a flour burrito or a flour tortilla with beans on it around a crunchy taco. And you get that sucker supreme, and oh my goodness, a supreme double-decker taco was amazing. There was nothing like it. Now, in later years, they brought back a couple of things that were really similar, And one of the things that were really similar that they did bring back that I actually really enjoyed is the double stack taco. The double stack taco was delicious. Now, they played a joke on me, though. When I went to Taco Bell, I was thinking that I was going to get a double-decker taco just with like these different sauces, the Chipotle cheddar, the Nacho Crunch, or the Reaper Ranch. And even though I was a little disappointed that I wasn't getting a double-decker taco, I still really, really like this. And I know that it's kind of double-decker-ish, but it's definitely not a true double-decker. Now, I want to make a comment about these double-stack tacos because they were phenomenal. But one thing that I was extremely disappointed with was that the Reaper Ranch ran out so fast. Within a week of them launching it, at least in my hometown, the Reaper Ranch was out, and they said they weren't getting it back again. It was very, very disappointing. Now, thankfully, the Chipotle cheddar is also delicious. It's that smoky Chipotle sauce that they also put on their tostadas on the value menu. Those are the only two things that I know of that they put that sauce on. And it is delicious. I equally love that. But that Reaper Ranch was just delicious. So I would say, please, Taco Bell, bring back the double-decker taco. And you know what? I don't even think it wasn't, to me, it was not even a pricing. They were always moderately priced. They were always delicious, especially that Supreme. That Supreme was delicious. Now, if we're going to get double-decker tacos like this, why can't we throw some beans in there? Why can't we throw these sauces, the Chipotle, cheddar, the Reaper Ranch? And I know I'm leaving out the Nacho Crunch. It wasn't my favorite, even though it was still delicious. I prefer the other two significantly. But bring these back. And these are just recently. I think the double stack tacos only left, I think, about a month ago. And I have a feeling they might be back. At least I hope so. So, moving on, the next thing that I've kind of missed that they have gotten rid of, Taco Bell, please bring back the Churrito, or what it would be also passed as the smothered burrito. It's gone by multiple names, and I absolutely love the smothered burrito. Now, one thing that was really good that my friend turned me on to when I was at Taco Bell one time was if you got one of the smothered burritos or the Churritos, and then you asked them for the green sauce, or they have some green chili sauce that they used to have, you'd put that on it, and oh my goodness, you were like in heaven. This thing was basically like an enchilada. And that's basically what this is. And it's amazing. Okay, it's a flour tortilla. It's not a corn tortilla like a lot of enchiladas, but this thing was melty, and it was saucy, and it was delicious. And we would definitely get it from time to time. And the one good thing about it, it was very well priced. And I don't understand why it's come and gone. And all I have to say to you is, Taco Bell, please bring back the Churrito. I really like it. It's wonderful. It's spicy. It's delicious. It's melty. It's saucy. What else can I say about it other than I need it in my mouth right now? Okay. The next thing I would love them to bring it back, and this is going to be a little bit of a throwback. So these haven't been around for a long time, but every time they'd bring it, they'd bring it and then take it away and then bring it, kind of like what they're doing with nacho fries right now. Take it and bring it back, which is the chili cheese burrito. Now, if you haven't had a chili cheese burrito, then I'm sorry, you're not living. Okay, maybe you are, but it was really, really good. And it definitely had all those spices of chili in it with hamburger and stuff with that melty cheese. And, oh, super good. It had such a unique flavor that I just absolutely loved. I absolutely adored. So all I can say to you is, Taco Bell, bring this back. This was almost always a value menu. I think it primarily came out on the value menu, if I remember correctly, moved to a normal price, but then it got taken away. It got brought back for a little while and then got taken away again, and I haven't seen it since. So if anybody knows where that chili cheese burrito is from Taco Bell, keep your eyes out. Watch it. It's missing in action. And I'd really like to have it back. Okay, the next thing that I would like to talk about is a few of the sauces and things that, they've taken away. And, they have some things that are similar, but, there just don't seem to be that exact thing. Now, one thing that I did bring up a couple of them already, but let's talk about this one first. My friend and I absolutely adore the volcano menu, and specifically the lava sauce. The lava sauce is just delicious. It was bright red, or pretty close, orangey red. As you can see by the picture, it was hot. I mean, I can handle very hot food, and it still would make me sweat a little bit. And it just had such a wonderful, wonderful flavor. It kind of, it's a flavor that I can't really describe other than that it was just delicious. It was kind of a habanero-like flavor, I guess. So I guess I can describe it a little bit. But this is a sauce that I would love to come back. You used to be able to get it on the side or ask for it once the volcano menu went away. But they even got rid of that where you couldn't even get the volcano sauce anymore. So Taco Bell, please, for me and my friends, please bring back the lava sauce. It was amazing and delicious. It was super spicy, but it was still wonderful. So the next sauce that I wish that you would bring back is Baja Sauce. Baja Sauce is so delicious. Now, you've probably heard me already talk about it on a few things. One of my favorite things to have it on was either a chalupa or, let's see, a gordita or a grilled stuffed burrito, especially with steak or hamburger. Oh my goodness, that stuff was so delicious. There's nothing like it. Now, they have a couple of sauces that are kind of similar. The Reaper Ranch was kind of a hotter version of the Baja sauce. But it definitely wasn't the old Baja sauce that we used to get. And I miss it. It was actually my favorite sauce that we'd get on the chalupas. So all I can say is, Taco Bell, please, 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 bring back the Baja sauce. Por favor. Por favor. Okay. So now there's a few other things that I kind of wanted to talk about Taco Bell. Now there's been a few things that kind of in the general term of it, of just the general things at Taco Bell. There's a few things that I still love, but I wish they would just bring the price down a little bit. I don't understand. I don't get them very much anymore because they're just, too expensive. Nachos. We see, when I was a kid, like I said, I got 59-cent nachos. Now they're $1.59. And, a lot of people would say, okay, whatever, inflation and whatever. I mean, really? Do we $1.59 for a handful of chips and some nacho cheese sauce? Really? I feel like we can do better here. The next thing I would ask for that might be coming back, or that I used to like, was the caramel apple empanada. I don't think I've gotten a dessert at Taco Bell for a long time, but when I did, I used to get the caramel apple empanada. The donut bites that they have, they're okay. The slushies and the Slurpees, they're fine. I don't get them very often, but I know there's a good market there, and I don't blame them for not. I don't blame them for bringing those kinds of things in. But the caramel empanada was just good. I mean, when I go to most Mexican restaurants, I want a churro. I want a empanada. And, that kind of, I guess, made me feel a little bit more like I was eating Mexican food. Okay, maybe not. All right. Like I said, it's Mexican food adjacent. One of the things that I wish that they would bring down in price, though, also is the 7-layered burrito. It used to be $1.29. Now it's $3.59 for it, and it's one of their vegan options. That thing is really good. If you've never tried a 7-layered burrito, Oh my goodness, it is delicious. You put some of that hot sauce on there, or just the the medium sauce or whatever, and you put that on your 7-layer burrito. One thing that you got to do with a 7-layer burrito, though, you got to take it and you got to mush it all around. It seems like all the sauces are all in one side or the other, and then what you got to do is you just kind of got to mash it together inside, and then every bite you put a little bit of that regular mild salsa of Taco Bell on it. Oh, heavenly with that guacamole in there and stuff. But I don't get it very often because it's expensive, and I've noticed that it's cheaper, like in places like other states I go to, like Utah. We live here in Idaho, and in Utah it's cheaper, and I don't know why. So that's one thing that I wish that would just be cheaper. I love it. I adore it. And it just is something that I don't get very often anymore, even though it is delicious. Another thing that I don't get very anymore that is I just don't see it in I see it, but I don't want to get it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. One of the things that I get that I used to get all the time was the Mexican pizza. And that's still on the menu, but I don't get it. It's $9. As a matter of fact, let me look at my numbers here. The value menu for a Mexican pizza is $9.39 where I live, all right? If I buy it a la carte, then it is $8.86. So if I buy every bit of that value menu all by itself individually, it's actually 53 cents cheaper than if you buy it in a value menu. My next question is, how is it worth $9.39? How? How is this thing worth $9.39? This should be a $6 meal. Maybe a $7. I don't know. $7 might be a little high. But it's a drink and a Mexican pizza and a taco. That's it. $9.39. There are things on there that you get way more food on, like in like your box meals and stuff like that, than that. All the Mexican pizza is two flour tortillas in a circle, like what, that big, that has the hot sauce on it. It's got a little bit of meat and beans and cheese. It's not much. It's good, but I'm sorry. It's not worth $9.39 in a value menu. So that would be my biggest beef. And the other thing that I would also like to say out there is, currently I had marked on here, because I wrote this script a little bit a little while ago, where they didn't have Mexican fries. Well, now they have Mexican fries again, and but they didn't have them for a long time. I get it. You're doing the McRib thing. You're doing the I guess Fiesta fries thing now, right? Where you're taking them away and you're bringing them back. Just leave them, please. The commercials are awesome, though. Just leave them. That would be fantastic. I would love it. So in closing, I would say my Taco Bell rant is, Taco Bell, I love you, man. I adore you. I want more of you all the time. I love Baja Mountain Dew. But I would just ask you to evaluate some of these things. Some of these delicious meals that you used to have, but you don't have anymore. Why have they been taken away? And I know some of them, like the Taco Bell hamburger or something like that. Yeah, they didn't do so well. They've been taken away for a reason. But a lot of these other ones were there for a long time on your menu. And I wish that you would bring them back. And bring them back at a price that is reasonable, that we can all purchase them at. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to stop ever going to you, Taco Bell. But I can tell you right now that my menu at Taco Bell has definitely gone down. It has slimmed down dramatically. I used to buy value menus all the time. I only typically get either a box or a value menu item. I don't get a value menu anymore other than a box. menu, which I guess you'd call a value menu, I guess. But I don't get like individual things anymore. It seems like all the extras that you used to have that weren't on the value menu or in a value like box value menu item, like a number 1 or number 2. You used to have a lot more options that weren't in those value menus. And I wish you would bring back a lot of them. I wish that you would give us more choices, because I think this slim down menu has definitely changed my way that I eat at Taco Bell. And I wish that it wouldn't change. I want it to continue on and on. Anyways, that's my rant of Taco Bell. And I just want to say thank you for listening. And hopefully people out there in Taco Bell are listening to my tiny rant about them. So leave here, Taco Bell, knowing that I love you. I care about your restaurants and your food. I just wish that we would get some different changes. I just wish that you'd bring back some oldies but goodies. And things that I grew up eating at Taco Bell. And give us a little bit more options. Well, all I can say is thank you. I appreciate you coming here. I appreciate you coming to my house. To Josh's House of Nerd. You guys have a good day. If you would do me a favor, if you would click the subscribe button for me. I'm trying to build this new channel about just nerd stuff. As you can see, I'm nerd about Taco Bell. And that's what this is. It's a general nerd channel and stuff. We're going to be talking about all sorts of kind of nerdy things in there. Like, subscribe, click the bell. We're going to be putting out some good videos here. Hopefully, the more and more we do this, the more and more I can invest into equipment, and that I can continue to grow this channel and make my production values better and better all the time. I appreciate you. Have a good day, and keep looking for those nerdy things out there in the world to enjoy and love. Have a good night.
Da da.